Alright, shalom, shalom. Before I start, I want to give honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Yahweh Kakodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahushai, who the world eagerly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahushai. I would like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, because those are the men who I've learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the whole full elect. And shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I am the brother Mashiach Arazakah from the servants of Yahweh Yahushai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And pretty much this lesson is going to be titled as "Do not come into the truth with carnalities." Alright? Do not come into the truth being carnal. Carnality, man. I just titled it as carnality. Alright, you as an Israelite, a so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you're not to be coming into this truth being carnal, man. You know, showing to the public you got a gun, a bulletproof vest, you at camp with a bulletproof vest, a gun, extended clips. Alright, that's carnal, man. You got to be in the spirit. You know, setting up boxing matches at camp, punching people, spitting on people. That's carnal. That's not being a man of the Lord. And you want to watch and observe those things. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is Galatians 5, and I start at verse 16. Galatians 5 and 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Right? You want to walk in the spirit. Alright? You don't want to be carnal. Alright? That's one thing I've learned through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, through his men, who are the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Alright? They teach us to walk in the spirit, not to be carnal, man. You don't want to be going out here confessing to the world that you got guns and that's what you got, and you showing that your group got extended clips. That's not what this is about. Alright? You want to be spiritually minded. You want to warn and prophesy and tell our people what is due to come according to prophecy. Just warning and telling our people. You don't need a gun. Alright? You don't want to be going out there slapping on Edomites. You know, because you got groups doing that. They slapping Edomites. They punching out Edomites. They spitting. You know, claiming to be men of the Lord. You spitting on somebody, man. That's not a good example to bring to the truth. You got to use wisdom. Alright? You trying to rebel against the authorities, and you know, over an area that you're teaching the word at, you trying to, you know, go up against the police. Don't do all that, man. Just warn and tell our people, stay in the spirit, use wisdom, man. That's it. Don't do those things. Verse 6, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Verse 17, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. It says, and these are contrary one to the other, right? Because being carnal is contrary to the scriptures, man. Because the scriptures tell us to walk in the spirit. It don't tell us to be wicked, man. The scriptures has a penalty for that, man. Just roughly paraphrase. You being wicked, you being carnal, the scriptures gives you exactly a penalty on that. The scriptures tells you what will happen to you if you're carnal. So you want to use wisdom, you want to apply your mind with wisdom, and you want to walk in the spirit. Alright, you don't want to be carnal. It says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Right, so you want to live in the spirit, walk in the spirit. You want to be spiritually minded. You don't want to be carnal, man. Having a bulletproof vest at camp is not a wise thing to do. And that's not spiritually minded. That's being carnal. Alright? Let's go down to verse 19. Skip down to verse 19. Galatians 5 and 19. It says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. And these are the works of the flesh. Alright? Adultery, fornication. Alright? Uncleanliness, lasciviousness, man. It says idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies, man. Lying. That's heresies. Verse 21, envying, murdering, drunkenness, revelings, and such like of that which I tell you before, as I have told you in the time past, that ye, see, Salakia, in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven, right? Because if your mind is doing those things, or you're a Jake that has those type of spirits on you, the adulteress, etc., the things of the flesh, hey, then you're not a man of the Lord. You're a carnal man, and you're not going to receive the kingdom. You're not going to inherit the kingdom. You're going to be destroyed. Because you have to examine yourself. You got to take heed to this truth. You got to walk circumspect, man. Alright? And it's truth. You can't be out here being carnal. Verse 22. But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. Verse 2. Verse 23. It says meekness, temperance, and such that is no law. Right. So these are the things that are of the Spirit. I'll read it again, verse 22. But the fruits of the Spirit, see, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, and faith. And that's how you want to be in this truth. You want to apply the fruits of the Spirit, not the fruits of the flesh, not the carnal things of the flesh, because that's not beneficial to you or to people that view you, man. There's people that watch your videos. So you are to carry yourself, all right, in a spiritual mindset. You are to be around like-minded brothers like yourself that's in that same spirit, you being spiritual, not being carnal, Verse 23, meekness, temperance, and against such there is no law. Verse 24, and they that are Yahushai's have crucified the flesh with the afflictions and lusts. Right. Verse 25, this is the main point. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. So that's how you want to be. You want to live in the Spirit and walk in the Spirit. You want to be spiritual. You don't want to be carnal, man. Because being carnal, this is what's going to be your judgment. And I got a precept. This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. It says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. And who are those that mind the things of the flesh? These worldly ass jakes, these carnal jakes. You got jakes out there teaching that the MOTB is a bag of weed. You got a bag of weed in your hand, teaching false doctrine. They doing unity with all these other groups. They showing that they got guns. They got M16 rifles, man. They going out there being militant with black leather jackets, black boots. Going out there with extended clip ARs. Why are you doing that? That's not what you're to be doing in the truth, man. All right. It says, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. And who are the men that mind the things of the Spirit? The elders and apostles of Great Millstone. They teach us to be spiritually minded. They're spiritual, man. They don't be out here carnal. All we're doing is warning and telling our people according to prophecy in these scriptures, man. That's it. We ain't trying to go out there and be a black power movement, because that's not what this is about. Going out there trying to do equal rights. We don't care about that. We just warning and telling our people what is required to the scriptures to repent and come out of this wicked kingdom and come seek your true power. Not go out here and try to do an equal rights movement, Black Lives Matter, because we're not black. We're different shades of brown, man. We're not out here trying to set up an agenda to go up against Esau. That's not our job. We're just warning and telling our people according to scriptures. That's it. We're just reading the Bible. We don't need to do nothing else. Just warning and telling our people as the scriptures commands us in Isaiah 58 and 1, 2nd Esdras 15 and 1, all right, Luke 1 and 70, Matthew 10 and 20. Mainly from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down to the sincere brothers like ourselves. We're just warning and telling our people what is due to come. We're just giving them prophecy. We're warning and preparing them for prophecy and telling them what is due to come. That's it. That's what you're supposed to do. All right. Verse 6, for to be carnally minded is death. Right. To be carnally minded is death. So if you being carnal, you're going to be destroyed, man. You don't want to be carnal. To be carnally minded is death. And a lot of you jakes out there with a gun, a bulletproof vest, extended clips, you're at your camp. You guys are pushing a bad vibration. Hey, the Lord going to take care of you. The Lord going to deal with you, jakes, man. The Lord going to take care of you. He going to deal with you. He going to put your ass to death. That's what's going to happen to you. For the carnal mind is death, man. It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And where are we getting peace from? These scriptures, man. That's why we're spiritual minded in this thing, because we get peace in these scriptures. The scriptures gives us instructions on what to do in this truth. We don't need to do anything else but do what the scriptures say. All right? The scriptures say walk in the Spirit. We're going to walk in the Spirit. We're not going to walk out here carnal, because we know that's the end result is what? Destruction. You're going to be destroyed. All right? Verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. That word enmity means hatred. If you have a carnal mindset and your mind is focused on stacking on guns and try to take down Esau and his kingdom, try to be Rambo, well, you're not of the Lord. You're against the Lord. You enmity against the Lord. You hate the Lord. For it is not subjected to the law of the Lord, neither indeed can be. Verse 8, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High, right? Because if you're carnal, how you going to please the Lord if you're carnal? You got a carnal spirit. You can't please the Lord. All right? Verse 9, it says, but ye are not in the flesh. See, we're not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. You in the Spirit. You want to be spiritual minded. All right? It says, if so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Yahushua, he is none of his. If you don't have the Spirit of the Lord, you're none of his. The Lord ain't dealing with you. That's why so many of you jakes are carnal. That's why so many of you jakes are doing things that's not contrary to the script. You guys are doing things that are contrary to the scriptures. All right, which is against the scriptures, because the Lord ain't dealing with you. You guys don't have the Spirit on you. All right, you guys are contrary to the scriptures. You're opposite. You're doing opposite things to the Bible. All right, than what the Bible gives you to do. You against that. You're doing opposite, and you're going to be held accountable for that. You're going to be destroyed for that. All right. So, hey, man, you want to take heed to that. You want to be spiritual in this truth. All right. You don't want to be carnal. All right. Because the end result of carnality is destruction. You're going to be destroyed. And I got a precept proving that. This is Proverbs. This is Proverbs. Let me get it out, Salakia. You know. Let me get that out right here. I went too far, actually. This is Proverbs 13:13. Salakia. Let me get that out. Proverbs 13:13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed. Right. You despise this truth and you don't follow the instructions given through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai through his prophets. You don't take heed to what is given in the scriptures. You're going to be destroyed. That's what's going to happen to you. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Right. Because we fear Yahweh Shemashai. All right. We fear the Lord Yahweh Shemashai. All right. Now you other jakes out there, y'all don't fear the Lord, because the Lord ain't dealing with you. This is the spirit that the Lord has a lot of you jakes in. This is Romans 11 and verse 7. This is Romans 11 and 7. Because not every single Hebrew Israelite has the truth. That's why a lot of these guys is walking in their own vain interpretations. They have their own philosophies and their own doctrines set up, which are going to be destroyed, because you can't be teaching your own doctrine. You can't set up your own doctrine. All right. But this is what the scriptures say. And the Lord has you in the spirit because the Lord ain't dealing with you. A lot of you jakes is blinded. Like the scriptures say, ye have a natural mind. This is Revelations 11 and 7. It says, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Right, so the rest was blinded, man. All right, so the election have obtained it, the hopeful elect. We have obtained the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, but the rest of you jakes, y'all don't have the understanding because you guys go into that natural man. The Lord ain't dealing with you. You don't have the spirit on you. That's why you guys are doing the things that you're doing. All right, that's why you being carnal. You're doing bad things. All right, you're doing things that's not what the Lord required for you to do as an Israelite. You guys are doing the opposite of what the scriptures is instructing us to do. All right, the scriptures also say, be thou an example to the believers, because you're misleading the sheep and you're going to be held accountable for that. According to Ezekiel, the 13th chapter. All right, it goes into that. All right, to those foolish prophets. Also going into those false pastors in Jeremiah 23. Because you guys are those false pastors as well. Not just the 501c3 charter churches, but you 501c3 charter Israelite groups, man. You guys are going to be held accountable as well. Because you're doing things that's contrary to the scriptures. That's opposite, So, hey, man, Lord willing, that's edifying. I want to give honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakudash. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Mashiach Razakah from the servants of Yahweh, Yahushai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. So, hey, man, when you come into this truth, leave the cardinalities out of the window, man. Throw that out of the window and come and just walk in the spirit, man. Because that's the best way to be in this truth, is walking in the spirit. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. Till next time, I say, Shalom.